Speaking to the AFP news agency, says President Patrice Talon is safe and the army is regaining control following earlier reports of a military takeover. A group of soldiers on Sunday announced on the country's state television that they had seized power. The attempted takeover is said to have begun in the early hours of Sunday with an attack on President Patrice Talon's residence in the capital, Porto Novo. The group, which calls itself the Military Committee for Refoundation and led by Lieutenant Colonel Pascal Tigri, announced the removal of the president and all state institutions. But soldiers loyal to the president insist they foiled the coup attempt. This developing news comes as the West African country prepares for presidential elections in April.
As dawn broke over Benin, the streets of Porto Novo and Cotonou woke to fear, confusion, and the sound of gunfire. A group of soldiers suddenly appeared on state television claiming they had seized power, suspended state institutions, and overthrown President Patrice Talon. West Africa, once again, seemed to be witnessing another coup. But within hours, everything changed. A new report to AFP confirmed. President Talon is safe, loyalist forces have regained control, and the coup attempt is collapsing. So what really happened? How did a faction of soldiers take over the national broadcaster, yet fail to take control of the nation? And why did this coup attempt erupt just months before Benin's crucial 2026 elections? Today, First Africa Voice brings you the real story behind the failed Benin coup. The soldiers, the motives, the political tensions, and the battle for control that unfolded in a matter of hours. Delving deeper, let's start with how the chaos began. According to initial reports, the attempted takeover started early Sunday morning. Gunfire was heard near President Patrice Talon's residence in Porto Novo. A military faction calling itself the Military Committee for Refoundation claimed it had taken control of the country. Led by Lieutenant Colonel Pascal Tigri, the group announced the removal of President Talon, the dissolution of state institutions, a promise to restore order in Benin. This message shocked citizens who turned on their TVs to see unfamiliar soldiers declaring a revolution. But something felt off. The cities remained calm. No major military barracks fell, and no images emerged showing widespread takeover. Within hours, the president's office released a stern, confident statement. This is a small group of people who only control the television station. The wider army is loyal, and the country remains secure. This message changed everything. Sources speaking to AFP confirmed President Patrice Talon was safe. Loyalist soldiers were regaining control. The coup attempt was contained, not widespread. The Presidential Guard and loyalist units reportedly neutralized the rebel faction around the broadcaster. Within hours, the so-called coup evaporated. In West African coups, hierarchy matters. Successful coups often involve high-ranking generals. But this group appeared to be mid-level officers, acting without broad military approval. In modern coups, controlling communication isn't enough. You must take the presidency, the army headquarters, strategic infrastructures. The coup plotters only captured the national broadcaster. The speed of response from loyal soldiers showed the military was not divided at large. Unlike Mali or Burkina Faso, Benin streets did not support the rebels. There were no rallies, no crowds, no momentum. Without public backing or high-ranking allies, the coup had no path forward. But why attempt a coup now? What was behind it? With elections coming up in April 2026, tensions have quietly been building. President Talon is set to step down and has already named a successor. But critics claim political restrictions have increased. Some military officers are unhappy with promotions. Opposition figures remain sidelined. Economic challenges have caused frustration. The failed coup may reflect deeper grievances simmering beneath Benin's image of stability. Some security analysts suspect a possible power struggle within the ranks, an internal faction acting without a national strategy. Now, two stories, one nation in confusion. The confusion was made worse by two conflicting narratives. Narrative 1, coup leaders on TV. We have seized power. Narrative 2, presidency statement. A small group controlling the TV. The country is secure. This contradiction puzzled citizens and the international community. But as more information emerged, it became clear. The coup faction had overstated its influence. The presidency maintained control of the broader security structure. ECOWAS reaction. This coup attempt comes at a volatile moment. Only days ago, Guinea-Bissau saw its own attempted power struggle. West Africa is dealing with multiple coups in
Mali, Guinea, Burkina Faso, Niger.
Benin was considered safe until today. ECOWAS, according to analysts, is likely monitoring the situation through diplomatic channels, preparing possible delegations, encouraging dialogue to prevent escalation. Benin is a key democratic example for the region. A successful coup would have been disastrous for ECOWAS's already battered image. So where is President Talon now? Presidential sources confirm Talon is safe. He remains in command. Loyalist forces are in full control. By late afternoon, normalcy began returning. The rebels were isolated and expected to be arrested or interrogated for further investigation. The Benin coup attempt has failed, but the message is clear. West Africa's stability is under pressure. Some soldiers are restless. Elections are drawing near, and political tensions may rise again. For now, President Talon remains in control, but the story isn't over. This is First Africa Voice. Think for Africa. Think for the future. West Africa is in a fragile moment. Democracies challenged, militaries divided, and regional stability under threat. First Africa Voice will continue bringing you the full story, the geopolitics behind the headlines, and Africa-centered explanations the world's media often ignores. If you want deep, fearless analysis, remember to subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay connected to the fastest-growing African geopolitical channel. Your support helps us continue this work.
Pour la refondation CMR a décidé 1. La constitution du novembre 2025 est suspendue. Toutes les institutions sont dissoutes. Les activités des partis politiques suspendues jusqu'à nouvel ordre. Les frontières terrestres, maritimes, aériennes du Bénin sont fermées jusqu'à nouvel ordre. La prise du pouvoir en ce moment traduit la ferme volonté du comité militaire de la refondation à mettre fin à l'exclusion de toutes les couches sociales de notre pays, sans distinction aucune. Dans la suite de la transition et de restaurer la cohésion nationale. L'armée nationale exercera jusqu'à nouvel ordre la plénitude des pouvoirs dévolus à l'État du Bénin. Tous les fonctionnaires du Bénin, tous les travailleurs de nos villes et campagnes, où qu'ils se trouvent, doivent continuer d'assurer normalement leurs tâches quotidiennes avec plus de foi et de discipline. Quant aux vaillantes populations, l'armée les invite à vaquer librement à leurs occupations dans la paix et la tranquillité. À la communauté internationale, le comité militaire de la refondation rassure que les engagements internationaux du Bénin ainsi que les droits humains seront respectés. Enfin, l'armée s'engage solennellement à donner au peuple béninois l'espoir d'une aube véritablement nouvelle où il règne la fraternité, la justice et le travail, symbole de notre unité nationale. Vive l'armée, vive la refondation de notre chère patrie, vive le Bénin, la République ou la mort, le peuple d'abord.